In this example, we want to find the smallest in a series of numbers and the largest in a series of numbers, finding the maximum and the minimum. So let me show you, as you can imagine, those algorithms are very similar. This is from section 4.7.5 in your textbook. It's just a matter of changing exactly what we're looking for. So here I've set up the same basic program as I had before. I've prompting the user, blah, blah, blah. And instead of a counter, I want to set up a variable that's going to keep track of the smallest number. But what do I initialize it to? If I initialize it to 0, that might not be the smallest in the series. It might be that the smallest the user enters is 90. So instead of setting it equal to some arbitrary number, some arbitrary small number, I could set it equal to a number that I know is outside my range, or I could set it equal to the first number in the list. I think that's the safest way to go, is to set the smallest equal to the first one. Because if you've only looked at one number, that is the smallest. So I'm going to keep prompting the user like I've done before, but instead, okay, so while num is greater than or equal to 0, so I'm still going to prompt the user to enter values. I want to check and see if num, the one I just read, is less than the smallest. If num is less than the smallest, I want to set the smallest equal to num. This is going to help me find the smallest value. And then afterwards I can say the smallest value entered is, and then print out smallest. So let's just try to run this program. And let me enter the values 9, 33, 47, 98, 5, and -1. And it tells me the smallest value entered is 5, so it works. Now, when we say it works, it does appear to work, but let's see what happens if the smallest isn't the last number that we enter. So let's enter 5, 99, 78, 47, 33, 65, and then -1. And it still works. So we want to test it with putting that smallest values in various places in our input, just to make sure that we are testing thoroughly. If you wanted to find the largest instead of the smallest, you would just change the name of your variable, and you would say, well, if num is greater than the largest instead of the smallest, and then you would change smallest to largest, just like that. So largest and smallest are the same algorithm. It's just that you use a greater than rather than a less than. I hope you found this helpful.